Hey guys, it's Charlie here. Just making a quick video here. Well, I hope it's quick. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, making a quick video here for a friend here who's asking about scales and uh what scale to play over what chord for song intros and outros and just solos. Uh, yeah, this is just for you. If you're watching this, this is for you because you asked for it. Um, oh, excuse me. And for all of you guys that want to learn about scales and all that chords, well then this video is for you. I mean, I don't think I'm like the best teacher at explaining this, but yeah, I'll do my best and see how it goes for you guys. If you learn something from it, that's awesome. Glad to be able to teach you like this. Obviously, everybody has a different style of teaching and playing. I'm just here playing. Trying to help out. So yeah, let's just get started real quick on this. So scales. Everybody dreads scales, they're very. At first, when you're first learning guitar or piano or pretty much any other instrument that requires or not requires you, but like any instrument with like a, you know, not very good explaining. Sorry. Any instrument, pretty much. If you want to learn how to if you want to learn songs, or like a solo, scales are pretty much your base, home base for learning pretty much all of that stuff. There's some people who could learn it by ear, but it could be a bit difficult to you know, have it down. There's some people with like really good memory and muscle memory and just get everything down like super quick. But yeah, scales are pretty much what goes in a melody, sort of. They're pretty much all the notes that you hear played like in a song or something that derives from a scale. Like all the chords, pretty much three notes from a scale taken together, three or more notes taken together sound good. So, for example, we have let's say we take A major here. So we're in the key of A major. So you have your root. You have you have your root, and you have your fifth, and you have your octave, and so it's root, fifth, octave, and so that's what you got there. That's pretty much a basic chord that you learn. That's your C sharp. Oh, sorry. So yeah, that's what you got there. I didn't explain the whole. So that C sharp, 8, 9, 10. That's the 10. That's your third. So you have your root, uh, fifth, octave, and third. So you have that to make it sound nice. That's your chord. A scale that would go into that, when you're playing an A. So I have my piano here, so I don't have a looper pedal at the moment. I have a multi-effects, but I found it easier to use piano because, well, just hear the notes more clearly. And it was right here, so not being lazy or anything, just making sure. Alright, so we're gonna play an A chord here on the piano. I'm gonna have a sustain, so I'm gonna play the whole scale sequence. So I'm gonna play the A major scale over the A major chord, and from then on we're gonna go into like the different ways you can use that to then put into your own playing, or like go into intros or stuff like that. So let's try this really quick here. Let's see. So play that. So I'm just gonna go over here. A. So. So yeah, that's what it is. So pretty much the A major scale goes like this. So that's the that's pretty much the entire scale played over the. If you were to play the short part, it would just be. Let me just play it over here. So that's the major scale. So, uh, let's try to come up with some soloing ideas for that. I'm not a very good soloist, but I'll try my best to come up and see what we could find here. So, since we have our scale, um, what you could pretty much what everybody does is just like kind of like mess around, I guess, with that scale. Let's play our A chord again, and we'll see what we can come up with. All right, what do we got here? Got something right there. And that's all in the same shape, you know. It's you know, something like that, you know. That's pretty much where it all comes from. So I guess I need to explain uh, how you could come up with something like that. Well, pretty much what it usually is just messing around with the chord shape. Pretty much using slides. You know, going like, you know, going like that. Because let's say if you were to stay in this shape, you know, let's say you go something cool like that, you know. You could probably go a little bluesy, you know. You know. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, and what you can basically do with the fun part about this, fun part, is you can pretty much transfer this in any shape or any key you want. So let's say you're playing a song, uh, you know, in C, you know, standard type, you know. Let's play it over here. Okay. Okay, so let's play that again. And you could also mess with that too, you know. Um, you know, uh, pretty much what I usually do to like memorize, you know, scales and stuff, or to like memorize like licks. What really helps is you know memorizing those scales. So I was just playing in C right now. I was playing it up here on the first position on the A string. So on C right here. Right here. What usually helps me also remember that is remembering our circle of fifths. You know, our relative minors. So in C major, our relative minor is A minor. And what I usually do to remind myself about that, I'm like, okay, and this is really easy on the guitar. I don't know how easy it would be on piano, but on guitar, I feel like it's way easier to remember than I feel like on any other instrument. Like, you know, I guess you could say the same thing about bass or ukulele or banjo, pretty much anything like that. But what I usually do, I have my C here, right? Sorry about that. You have a C, and then what I usually do is I just go one string like above, kind of, and then I go, okay, so I know C major, relative minor is A minor, so what I usually do is I just count back down. So I just go down, so C, B, A, because remember, we have C, D, E, oh my gosh, F, sorry, F, G, and then A, so remember, you know, so that's how I usually remember it, so that's how I usually try to memorize it when I have like a song. So let's say you're learning a song and it calls for the song is in D major, let's say. So D major, and you want to play like some cool like minor pentatonic solo, so you would do is use that method, So let's say that progression would be in let's use a piano here. Let's just use the good old the 1 5 6 4 progression. One. Oh, oops, sorry. So yeah, it's pretty much. So let's say the song is those 4 chords: so D major, A major, B minor, and G major. That's pretty much every basis for any song that you could be listening to. So let's say it's going from G to B minor. So it'd be going from. So let's stay on that B minor here. So it goes from B minor to G. So let's say it stays on there, and we'll use that as an example. So we'll play the B minor scale over here. So it's. Say it goes to G. So what you could play here is something interesting here. This is something that I would like to call like the modes. So hear me out on this. Let's play a little slower. So what I just played there is the 4th mode in the D major scale, or if you know your modes, that would be the Lydian scale. In any basis of music, you usually hear this chord progression, So each in that specific key, you would be playing a specific, I guess, scale. For example, let's play that G again. No, this time we'll start on the D. Let's see how that sounds. Okay. So did you hear that? It sounded like the Lydian scale, but we started on D. What gave it that Lydian sound was that fourth. So it was that. So it was that. It was that. It was that F sharp. Oh, sorry. Also, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting super confused. It's actually that D flat, a tritone. Obviously, play like that, it doesn't sound nice. But um, if you were to play it in the context of that G, and we're staying in the key of D, and G major, I'm sorry, we're staying in the key of D major. It would give it that flavor, that flavor of the Lydian scale, because that specific chord is the fourth of the D major scale. So what we got here, you got D, and that's all in the major scale, you know. And then for that minor scale, for B minor, let's see. So we play B minor, right? You know, I mentioned earlier about the whole pentatonic. That's another skill we'll learn in a bit. But let's just stick to the regular minor, or the Aeolian scale, the Aeolian mode, which is the sixth mode of the D major scale. So, shortened version. It's okay. So let's say you want to learn like a solo or something, a little lick, you know. That's pretty much what you would do. And then, as always, you can transpose that. So let's say you want to go 2 steps higher than that, or a whole step higher than that, to B major, or I mean to E major. Sorry. So you know. So you know. Something like that. So pretty much, each chord has like its own built-in scale, but it would sound the same if you were to play like so we're in E, right? So we're in E. Let's see. The fourth of E is A. So let's play A. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then you go up to the sixth of that would be C sharp, so C sharp minor. So yeah, let's play that. So that's C sharp minor. Oh, sorry. You know, something like that. Oh well, yes, I hope I explained myself well. So remember, each scale goes into a certain type of chord, and You just make sure whenever you switch keys or something that you remember that whole going down. Um, yes, that's what it is. Um, I guess I could play sort of more examples on that, using different scales. Um, I could probably explain right now what the modes are, but I feel like that would be kind of difficult, especially if you're like a beginner on that or if you don't really understand that. I feel like if you have a basic grasp on how like melody or anything that is or key signatures and scales, that would help you out better. Um, what I could explain is like the whole going up with the chords. So pretty much what's here. Let's go on. Let's stay on D. So you know how there's D. So each chord goes up kind of like if it was going on a scale. So we have here how I learned it was major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, or yeah, sorry, minor, diminished, and then major again. Um, so pretty much a better example that would be playing the chords. So that would be D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, uh, uh, sorry about that, D flat diminished, D major. So what we have there, sorry, is pretty much a progression in the chords. So each of those chords has like its own scale built into it, but you could play the entire scale around it and it would sound exactly like the mode that corresponds to. It's a bit confusing, but once you listen to it, you'll probably get it. So, I'm just gonna to finish this video off. I'm just gonna go down each or going up each specific chord, and then I'm gonna play the entire D major scale, and you'll see like the differences in each one. Alrighty, so let's start with D. Alright, here we go. So, and then the same one, E minor. That second one is minor. That would be the Dorian scale. If you guys listen to Santana, he loves using that scale. Next one's up is F sharp minor. That would be the Phrygian scale, or the third of D major, which is also minor. I threw in a little bit of Phrygian dominant in there. That's a later scale, kind of like with the minor pentatonic. That's used a lot in like Spanish music, Arabian, neoclassical, classical, and a lot of metal music for like solos and stuff. Next up we have is G major. That is the fourth. That is the Lydian. And then we go up to the next one, which is A major, which would be the fifth, which is the Mixolydian scale. So that one's a bit more on the bluesier side, I guess, if you could call it that. That's how I usually like to associate it with. Alright. Let's play that here. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Slow. You know. Yeah, that one's more on the bluesy side. Next up we have the six, which is the Aeolian, which we were talking about before. Yeah, sorry about that, I got kind of confused. B minor. So... that is our minor. And last but not least, we have that diminished. So... that is our D flat diminished. So, okay. I'm sorry. Forgot that chord on the piano. Let's just try this one. Oh. That one's diminished is not really rarely used, but it's more so used in classical music than anything. It's really a chord that it's very useful to learn and like going to like transitions, but it's not really used in any like sort of like major sort of songs. You know, it's also very commonly used in jazz music, as they use it to like go from stuff like that. But yes, it is. It's a very. Sorry, I was playing it up here for some reason. Sorry, got it really confused. You know. Sorry. Oh, okay, there it is. Sorry about that. Okay. So. And that is it. That's pretty much a wrap up of the whole scales with chords. I hope I was able to explain it. I feel like I sounded kind of confusing, but what I would say is listen to a lot of music that is heavily influenced on like pretty much instrumental music. Obviously not instrumental, but like a lot of other songs, that use that. Pretty much every song uses that structure. Just listen very carefully to the solos and like where the chords go to. So like say, or sometimes the songs might. stuff like that. Sometimes they may even go. And the guy just might be soloing. You just watch out for that. I'll be making a more in detailed video hopefully soon on like all the notes and all that stuff. This video already seems a bit long, but yeah, not so quick though. Anyways, I hope you guys got something out of this. You know, use it in your playing. You know, hopefully it helps. Yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, like if you want. You know, all that good stuff. Hope I helped, and I hope you guys have a great day. You know, night, wherever you are. All right. See you in the next video. I have some updates that I will be coming out with shortly. And yes, stay frosty and God bless you.